And that shit sound like a fucking gun blowing up. That thunder was loud. Now I see why he up my ass. God damn it. My boy Booney.
Dude.
Let me see if I can hear you live. Make sure you shit live. You heard you?
Yeah, you heard me?
We Gucci. Alright.
Skull buffs.
Skull buffs, bitch. Post this shit in the chat. All right, man, 2032. We're back in the playoffs again, man. We're going to have a nice long discussion. I got one of the best co-hosts I ever had through our Mad runs, man. My boy Z-Real Boom. What's up, my boy?
Man, chilling, man. Trying to make a run.
Man, first of all, welcome back, because you got back in the college football late after having to take care of some duty shit. But how do it feel, we at the end? How is the 25, closing it out, making you get ready for 26?
Man, that shit, man, it's looking real promising, dog. Man, y'all in trouble. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Y'all in trouble.
Yeah. Why you feel like we in trouble, Booney?
Hey, man, I caught on to it kind of fast, man. I still be doing my bullshit, but just wait. I'm making noise, man. Y'all be, half of these dudes been playing for like 10 months, man. I just picked it up 2 months ago.
Oh shit. Booney back. So Booney, last year you had a run in the playoffs. You got a lot of your team back from that last year football team. Just talk about that the win you had over Ohio State in that big time matchup in the first round of the playoffs, and then the end of your playoff run all the way up until where you are right now.
Man, honestly, man, I'm just trying to gauge myself against the talent in the league, man. And honestly, man, out of the top 5 people, I don't even know who that is, right now. I'm in the top 10. I'm in the top 10 already. You know what I mean? But, I came up short last year, man, but we looking to make some noise this year, though. We just knocked somebody out. He was at, hey, net. Hey, man, it's 2025, man. Y'all can't get good internet. Like for real.
Oh my God, we're gonna get into that game. All right, so let's talk about we got through the regular season. We're gonna fly. We're gonna take some looks at awards and All Americans. Let's go there first to the All American list. Your quarterback. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to say his name because I damn sure ain't saying his first name. Cause
Man, what you mean?
tell me,
Dyke Vick.
tell me how you say his first name. Is that exactly what
It's,
it sounds like?
Dyke Vick.
Fucking no Diddy.
Hey man.
So what's the story behind your quarterback name, Booney?
Hey man. Michael Vick's son, man, he didn't know it was his. He denied it. DNA test came back positive, man, 100%. I don't know, man. He named Dyke.
So with the mom named he Dyke mad at Mike or?
Man, I don't know, dog. We just drafted him.
Just drafted him. Well, guess what, man? The D Vic. I can't say that.
D Vic. That's crazy.
Oh my God, no Diddy. All right, so Dyke Vic, first team All American, Booney. 6'6", 230-pound scrambling quarterback. He can run like the wind, but he got the size of a Cam Newton, man. Talk to me about, your second year with him and how you've seen the growth of this quarterback.
Man, he's evolved tremendously, man. He was a little bitch at first, man, for real, man. Like, he didn't want to run. He wanted to be a pocket passer. Peyton Manning, Peyton Manning went to Tennessee, so he wanted to be like Peyton Manning. And I'm like, dude, you got to use that frame. You know what I mean? You got to punish these dudes, man, for real. No Diddy.
So I mean, he had an outstanding football season this year. 4,051 yards passing, 52 touchdowns versus 14 INTs, 68 completion percentage. He averaged 312 yards a game with a 224 QBR. Let's talk about the passer part of him because you said you didn't feel like he grew until he started to use his legs.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, he was second on your team in rushing with 747 yards, 6.4 and 11 touchdowns. But let's get back to the passing, man. Me personally, I think he took the next step in the passing game. Talk to me about not only the weapons you got around him, but how did it all click? Like, when did you realize that he understands how to run your offense and he started to do it at a high level?
I forgot what game it was, man, but it was one game, man, he couldn't miss, man, he was on fire. And I definitely want to thank the offensive coaching staff because we put him in good positions, to be successful.
I mean, if you look at this, game by game, I think the turnaround started like after the Colorado game. Because after the Colorado game, he not just mention it because that's my football team, but like after that 7 interception game, he went on a tear where he, threw a total of 4 over the next like 8 games. Where you looking at 5 touchdowns, no picks, 6 touchdowns, no picks, 4-1 in the Utah game, 6 touchdowns against UCF, no picks, 4 against Arizona, 5-1 against your rival Vanderbilt, and in his playoff game, now he only had 103 yards passing, a touchdown, 2 interceptions in this game, but it seemed like he did hit the shots you needed him to hit.
Yeah, no, definitely to win the game, man. I don't want to label him a game manager, but I think he's able to kind of play both roles. You know what I mean? When we need him to manage the game, he could do it. When we need him to win the game, he can also do it.
All right, so talk to me about the we're gonna come back to your running back because we're gonna get back to all that. But like Greg Owens, you said that's the nephew of Terrell Owens, right?
Yeah.
72 catches for 1538. He was the only receiver that went over 1,000 yards for you, but he had 27 touchdowns as a receiver. Last year, he won you a playoff game as a kick returner or a punt returner, one of the two. Punt
returner. Yeah.
But this year, he seemed like he took that next step in becoming your number 1 target. Talk about that and how that started to grow with him being that guy.
I think it was really, man, just him and Dyke, you know what I mean? Him and Dyke. They
Oh,
put
you
in
never choked, man. This bullshit. Him and Dyke.
man, they put in that extra, extra work, man. After practice, normal, getting it in,
Yeah,
and
putting in that work, getting it in. Okay, all right.
but yeah, man.
You had a returning running back that came back at Trent Lynch, who went over 2,000 yards. Um, but how about George stepped up, right? And backup duty. He had 8 rushing touchdowns, 9.7 yards a carry. He actually led your team in yards per carry. Talk about the 1-2 punch there before we add Vic to the run game. But talk about the 1-2 punch between your two running backs.
Oh man, like a true thunder and lightning. Like seriously, man. And Lynch come in and wear the defense down, and George man hit him for 80-yard touchdown off the edge. But Lynch can do it all also. Well, we normally run him like in between the tackles, man, and George outside.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Now, some would say you got a really big presence on aggressive defense, right? Like what I mean by that is you'll gamble, you take your chances on defense. You almost play offense on defense, if that makes sense. Um, how did that work for you this year to get you to the second round of the playoffs? And how did your players buy in defensively to the things you've been doing all year?
Man, everybody believe down here in Tennessee, man. Down south, man, we different. But the players bought in, man, and man, I'm a gambling man, So hey, I'm gonna play to win, and I'm gonna play to make the big play. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, and sometimes it bite us in the ass. I call it, playing the Boone way, and I'm always gonna play that way.
You got another first team All American, DJ Boone at cornerback, man. Talk to me about why he became the best player in your secondary in the first round talent corner.
But man, once again, just putting in the work, man, and just giving him that confidence. He came to us, pretty much not a confident player. He wasn't a starter, and he had to pretty much work his way up, man. And but he came into his own, and he's our number one cornerback, man. And hopefully we can keep him for another year.
And the crazy thing is his tendency is a slot corner, but you guys play him on the edge and in the slot. Like, is he drawing number one receiver duties every game?
Yeah, man, mix him in. We want to get him in on the edge, man, to blitz him, man. But we got a lot of young talent, so we keep him on the outside to lock up the number one receivers.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. He had a big interception in your playoff game to close that game out as well. I want to talk about some more of these All-Americans on this list right now, man. We're going to go to the redshirt freshman running back out of Oregon, Nick Hood, 6'1", 232-pound power back. Booney, when I walk you through Nick Hood's stats, I need your honest opinion. As a running back, in the playoffs, like I think if there's any back in the league right now that needed a first round bye, I think it was Oregon's running back. Boone, I'm gonna take you through every game he played this year and show you what Oregon did with him.
He won the Heisman, right?
He's our Heisman winner, and I mean the kid. First of all, let's just take a look at this. 421 carries, 3,711 rushing yards, 8.8 with 59 rushing touchdowns, 286 yards a game. What do you have to say about that?
Dick riding. God damn.
Hey, boom. Week one, he had 10 carries. After that, it went 20, 32, 21, 33, 26, 40, 47, 39, 44, 39, 38, 32 carries. This man's averaging 30 carries a game.
No, I was about to say, no, he averaged like 35.
Boy.
Shit.
God damn. I mean, power back workload. They made sure their offense ran through the run game, and I'm not mad at it because they are starting a new quarterback over there. But like, Boom. Is this the type of player where the Oregon Ducks, if he's successful, they win. If he's not, they in trouble?
Yeah, man. If Oregon is successful, man, hey, they're genius, man. But if they lose or they don't win, it's because everybody gonna say they're one dimensional.
With a football team that usually got a bunch of receivers and throwing it around the park, they decided to lock in and run the running back for 3,000. I think this is a record, man. I think he got a NCAA record. Let's get to the record books. Let's see what he did nationally. Now, single season. Let's talk about it. Yep, most rushing yards ever in a single season, 2,711 rushing yards from Nick Hood. Let's get back to the All-American list.
Dick riding.
All right, so Oregon had a running back, power back that went crazy, but so did Miami. Miami, Peyton Allstott, 6 foot, 245-pound monster who had a hell of a year as well for the Miami Hurricanes. This is the football team that you're going to be playing in the second round of the playoffs in a big time bowl game to better get yourself to the semifinals. Let's talk about this matchup. The Peyton Allstott, Darryl Anthrop. These are first team All-Americans from the Miami University football team. Left tackle Nate Willis, center Garrett Sorer, and on the defensive side, you got to deal with left outside linebacker Jamarcus Eason, Sam Spencer at middle linebacker, Alex Quarterman at right outside linebacker, Juan Golston, their joker, their slot at corner. So you're looking at a whole bunch of first team All-Americans that you guys are going to be matched up against. Just talk to me about that Miami team in the matchup.
Man, it's definitely gonna be a dog fight, man. I think we always play each other kind of tough, man. I think he up on me by I think 3 games. But now, man, we just gotta be physical, man, and we gotta out physical him. And we definitely gotta stop the running game.
No
Gotta
doubt,
make
no
him put it in
doubt.
the air.
The last matchups y'all had, you actually jumped out on top, and his team was able to come back to win those ball games. How do you close the game? Do you feel like your team is older now and experienced enough to better close out those games now?
Oh yeah, man, we know what to do, man. Experienced players, experienced coaching. Yeah, we just gotta play our game the right way.
No doubt, no doubt. Let me take a look at this All-American. Let's go look at the awards list and see who won awards around the country right now. Obviously, the Heisman Trophy winner, we'll get to that. But Nick Hood is Player of the Year for the Oregon Ducks. Head Coach of the Year goes to USF's coach. Best quarterback goes to Keelan Russell, the 5-star sophomore from Alabama. Alabama is going to meet Colorado in the quarterfinal coming up tomorrow. He played really well last year. We knew he was going to be a problem coming back for his redshirt sophomore year, and he won quarterback of the year as a redshirt sophomore. The best defensive player was Brad Radovich, the 4-year starter at defensive end for the retired coach hitter for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Brad Radovich, elite defensive end, led the country in sacks all year long. Won best defensive player of the year. Looking at best defensive back, that goes to Colorado's Aaron Bradshaw out of North Crowley, Texas. Dog, he played with that boy Q for 6. 2026 class, 6'4" safety. Wins best defensive back of the year award. Best running back goes to Nick Hood, bringing home his 3rd trophy. Best wide receiver goes to Darryl Anthrop. Look, this is a deep threat. 6'3", 207 pounds, boom. Lightning speed, quick, in and out of breaks when he running routes, but he will get behind your defense if you're not prepared for it. Like if they're running the football well, best believe Miami gonna take shots over the top, and they do it well with Darryl Anthrop. My question to you is this the DJ Boom matchup? Darryl Anthrop, Miami's #1 receiver, is they gonna draw your #1 cornerback?
Yeah, no, we definitely go. It's gonna be a team effort, man. But DJ definitely gonna line up on him, man, tonight, man. Hey, man. Hey, we gotta put best on best.
I like the matchup, man. Like DJ got the speed to be able to run with him. It's going to come down to technique, and it's going to come down to your defensive line as well. Like if you get his quarterback time to throw the football, it could be a long day. But if you guys are getting pressure and you keeping him off phase and uncomfortable, I think DJ is going to have a good game. Now, is he going to follow him, or is it only going to be when he line up to a side?
Nah, if we see him in the slot a lot, man, we gonna put him in the slot.
Got you. So it's going to be determine how the game go and where they playing him at.
Yeah, yep.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, we keep going. The Lombardi Award goes is presented to the best defensive lineman of the year. That goes to Brad Radovich. He brings home his second trophy. Then we get back to Golden United's senior quarterback of the year, Johnny Boy, Johnny Monteiro for Coach Max, and the #1 team in the nation, Oklahoma Sooners. Best defensive end goes to Brad Radovich. He locking down shit. Best offensive lineman, best interior offensive lineman goes to Richard Villano from Coach Rob and the Auburn Tigers. Best tight end goes to Luis Cortez. He wins it for the second year in a row, Oregon Ducks. The Broyles Award, best offensive coordinator goes to OC. Now, what man? Listen, I think they robbed you, Boom. They gave best offensive coordinator award, the Broyles Award, to Larry Arnox, or no, for Oregon, who ran the ball 460 times this year.
Yeah, yeah, man. They don't take no skill to do that.
Man, congratulations, coach. But man, all right, best linebacker goes to Keaton Wade, man, the twin, #27 for Colorado. Man, he balled out this year with over 50 tackles for losses, playing really well for the Colorado Buffaloes team in his senior season. And we're looking at best center. That goes to Miami's Garrett Sawyer, big time sophomore. 6'4", 337 pounds, right out of Florida. They kept him in the backyard, and the kid is playing lights out football, and I think he anchors that run game. And not only he's the quarterback of the offensive line as well. So like, this is going to be an awesome matchup. I can't wait to talk about it some more. Lou Grosser goes to Bowling Green's Jimmy Moss. Best punter goes to UTEP's Tim Thompson. And best returner, Darryl Anthrop. Look, y'all got Greg Owens, Terrell's nephew, as a returner, but the best returner goes to Darryl Anthrop. So not only do you have to worry about him as a receiving weapon, he's also a return specialist demon. My question to you is, are we kicking the ball at him or away from him?
We punting the ball away from him. We definitely gonna kick it to him. We're gonna dare him to break it out. Yep.
You're gonna dare him to bring him out on kickoffs, but punt it away from him. Makes sense. Makes all the sense in the world. Get the ball out of his hand and punt return situation. But kickoffs, we looking to knock heads, right? So fuck it. You catch it and you bring it out, it's on and popping. That's your All-American list, right? That's your the awards winner list, and then we gotta show the Heisman winner. Wherever the hell that's at, I don't even see it on there. Anyway, our Heisman winner is Nick Hood for the Oregon Ducks right now, man. Boom. When we talk about top 25, you guys made it to the playoffs as the 10th best team in the college football playoffs. Y'all came in ranked number 10. 2 losses on the season, right? Just talk about the 2 losses that you grew from and why you was able to go on a run the way you did. And then after you talk about that, we're going to talk about this Auburn game.
Man, honestly, man, we just learned from our mistakes, man. Honestly, man, I know it sounds cliche, man, but we just had to make some adjustments, man, and realize that, hey, we know how to play the game the right way and just do it.
Schedule was really effective this year. Oklahoma and Miami both finished with a loss from the year, and they finished number 1 and 2 in the college football playoff rankings. Colorado and Oregon both were undefeated, the only undefeated teams in the country, and they finished 3 and 4. Actually, Colorado fell a spot to number 3 from the number 2 spot, Miami jumping them for the college football playoffs, but Oregon finished number 5 in the nation, being 13 and 0. Texas was 11 and 2. They lost a big time game in the playoffs, 66-28 to number 12 North Carolina. We're gonna talk about that game too. Alabama beat Rice 45-24. They headed to number 3 Colorado in the quarterfinals. Auburn finished 7th, 11 and 2. They just took that loss to Tennessee. Now let's get there. Boom. Talk to me, man. We talking about this Tennessee. Not only did you go into Auburn Stadium to win that ball game, it was a really good football game. You look at it quarter for quarter. You won the first quarter and the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man, we started off hot. Man, we started off hot, man, and then, some things started to happen, man. Players started to get tired, I guess, because they couldn't move. Had picks in our hands, players, his players caught it. But yeah, man, then he came back and hit us with a bomb or two. But then we kept our composure, man. I think we got a pick in the end zone. And then, yeah, we was able to run the ball and catch him on some screenplays. And then DJ caught a nice pick to kind of seal the deal.
I was great to say your defense stepped up, especially in the second half, right? You gave up 10 points in the second half. But your defense stepped up in that fourth quarter. The 14-3, that's a defensive quarter right there for your football team. Because offensively, when you take a look at what you guys did, you're looking at Dyke Vick. He didn't have his best day, boom. 103 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He was sacked once, but he had a 41 completion percentage. How was you able to keep him focused enough to be able to, not lose composure and lose this ball game for you with the numbers he have in front of me right now?
Man, the game plan was not to try to make too many big plays, man. It was just try to make the right play. You know what I mean? Hit the man when they open. Don't hold the ball for too long because they'll do linemen, man. They were coming. You know what I mean? And we didn't really have time to throw the ball. For some reason, man, our pass offense, man, we can't hold nobody, man. But our run offense, we pancaking people.
What do you say to the Miami coach when he look at these numbers and say, this man threw for 100 yards, but when he look at the production on your offense, you had a running back and Trent Lynch who had 23 carries for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. Erza George with 3 carries for the 137, 45.7 yard average, 2 touchdowns. And then Dyke kicked in with 10 carries for 97 yards. What do you say to a guy that said we shut his run game down, we win this ball game?
Hey, man, get ready for a dog fight, man. But we'll see.
Gotcha. When it comes down
Take
to
the
receiving,
it up.
your running back really won you this game. We're going to give MVP really to Trent Lynch. Not only did he have 156 yards and 2 touchdowns as a running back, he also kicked in with 80 yards on 3 catches. He ready right now. I'm ready right now. Jimmy Horn style, nigga, ready right now. We ready right now.
That's you.
1 touchdown. And that's him right there. He here. You know my nigga tuned into every show. Tell him, Rand, you tuned into every show.
Boy, hey, check that Dion there. What's up?
Boone on defense. Colin West with 10 tackles, and Julian Goff, he played well against me as well. Him and Ebron. Ebron had 5 tackles on the day. Just talk to me about your defense and who you felt like stepped up the most.
Homecoming game.
Hey, man, West definitely always step up, man. That strong safety. Man, I put him in a slot, play him deep. You know what I mean? And he kind of remind me of Hamilton, man, from Baltimore.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That big
He got
safety.
that size, 6'3", 210. I can see it.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I use him.
All right, and then again, let's talk about this. DJ Boone, man, the outstanding shutdown slot corner y'all got right now. He had an INT in this game to close this bitch out. He also kicked in with 5 tackles on the day. He only gave up 3 catches in the game, but he did give up 2 touchdowns. How do you combat that, right? Do you talk to him about, the complete game of being able to seal it out, or are you more talking to him about the 2 touchdowns he gave up?
Talking to him about the 2 touchdowns he gave up, man, but not so much because it's going to happen sometimes, right? You get caught looking in the backfield, and then, they hit you with a double move, and, you get beat over the top, so it's going to happen. But just letting him know we'd rather take the short play and he come up and make the tackle than the long play.
This North Carolina Tar Heel tapped out in the conference championship game against this Miami team that you about to face. And North Carolina and Miami is a rival game, and that usually go down to the wire. But this ACC championship game, Miami tapped them out in the 3rd quarter. But it didn't bother them because they beat a really good Texas football team, 66-28 in this matchup, Boone. Let's talk about this for a second, Boone. When you look at players, Stockton, right? Daniel Stockton got a brother that played running back for the Georgia Bulldogs. He came out and went 445 yards passing today. with 6 touchdown passes, no INTs. His longest pass was 93%. He went 94%. Is that a massage, or is that who this kid really is as a
Nah, man,
redshirt sophomore?
nah, I can't be, man. That's fool's gold right there, man. I guarantee he would never have another game like that.
If but let-
God,
but let's play the if was a fifth game, bro. If this kid come out and play half as decent as he played in this game, are we looking at North Carolina might to get to a championship?
yeah, yeah, man. Like for real, man. If you play half as good, man, like he could definitely probably get into the promised land. But he got some stiff competition going coming up next.
Listen, Dakota Toon, and remember your old player that transferred out of here, Legend Boom. Let's talk about this, right? He left Tennessee, and he would have been a bona fide dog for y'all. In this ball game, this man had 8 carries for 18 yards, 2.3. Is that the reason why y'all didn't give him the NIL?
Nah, man, we wanted him to come back, man. It's just he wanted more money. So hey, man, that's where he ended up.
Look, if North Carolina is going to run the football and be able to be a team that get to a championship, they're going to need Legend Boone to play a better game than 2.3 yards a carry. Like, it's going to have to turn up. They're going to have to be a little different. Now, Dakota Toon is balling out, right? He go 14 for 119, 8.5 in the touchdown. You don't want that fumble on the record, but it happened. But this game was all about North Carolina and their passing game, right? They got one of the best offensive lines in the country, and you've seen it with this quarterback being upright the way he was and getting the ball out 1, 2, 3. Addington with 5 catches for 217 yards. His man averaged 43 yards a catch. He had 2 touchdowns on the day. 107 run after the catch yards in his ball game. His longest pass catch was a 93 yards. So he had 100 yards on 1 carry. So that 217, the other 4 catches led up to that 217-yard game. Ty Hood, who's one of the best wide receivers in the nation, had 4 catches, 129 yards, 32.3 a catch, and 2 touchdowns. He also had 111 yards run after the catch with an 89-yard bomb. He did drop the ball once on the big time post. I saw that. And then we're looking at the running backs come out the backfield with Dakota Toon and Legend Boom. Both are receiving back prototypes, right? 2 catches, 59 yards and a touchdown, 2 for 29. And then you're looking at the tight end, J.D. Barr, who's a senior for this football team and is the captain for this football team. Usually a blocking tight end, kicked in with 2 catches, 6 yards to pop, 12 yards, and a touchdown in his ball game, taking North Carolina to the second round of the playoffs. As we go down the Penn State Ohio State game, our coach retired in the middle of the season, so we didn't really get a lineup here. 34-31 in the fourth sim. We're not going to talk about this ball game, but Penn State got his work cut out for him because they do got the #1 team in the nation in the Sugar Bowl, or is that the Orange Bowl? It's the Orange Bowl. They're going to be playing Oklahoma. All right, so we're talking about the Rice-Alabama game. Look, man, Rice is the group of 5 school that get to the playoffs every year. They're going to have one spot in the playoffs. Alabama handled business 45-24. We are going to go in there because he did play the game, so we're going to talk about what Keelan Russell did in this ball game. 209.7 QBR, 379, 4 touchdowns, 1 INT. The one thing that I think should be worried about right here is the 4 sacks. Now, was this just we're a better football team than them, so he held the ball a little bit trying to make big plays? Or is that a concern factor to be worrying about with this Alabama team, letting a group of 5 school get to their quarterback 4 times in this ball game? When it come down to the rushing game, it was there, and they did enough, 5.4 yards from their starting running back Gates, and Beach had 3 yards of carry. They both had a touchdown. They're going to have to run the ball way better than this to be able to beat Colorado, in my opinion. I don't think they're going to better line up and just light the sky up playing that Colorado football team. They're going to have to better move that front 7 and be able to keep a balanced attack where they're going to better run the football. And I think they're going to have to do a little bit better than this. Although they were close to 100 yards rushing, I think they're going to have to get a little better there in round 2. Barku comes back at receiver for them. He's their #1 guy. 4 catches, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, Huey's their guy. Mike Huey, 6 catches, 84 yards. He ain't scored, but he moved the chains. So did Barksdale. He moved the chains with 6 catches. The freshman tight end, 76 yards and a touchdown. And wide receiver Julius Culliver also had 3 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown in this ball game, moving Alabama to the second round to take on, in the Peach Bowl, to take on Colorado, the #3 team in the nation. Now, let's get down to the game that was the game. Stat-wise, we already talked about it, but I think Coach Rob and his Auburn football team are going to be a problem next year. I think they're going to return a lot of players. They got a solid ass overall. They can match up player for player with any team in the country. And I think they played a really good game. They are going to have to get a new quarterback up top, but I do think they got one to put in the mix. Um, if boom, you was to answer 3 questions for this football game, my first question would be, how do you pick this big time win behind your belt? Tune your team back in to be able to get ready for this big time game against Miami.
I just let them know, man. Hey, we ain't done yet, man. We got our eyes on the bigger prize, man. Like we ain't here to just win bowl games, man. We want to win the big prize.
And my second question would be to you: do you feel like this Tennessee team can get to a championship?
Yeah, I think we can get that, man. The question is, once we get there, can we win it?
I don't think that sound confident. Now you killed it on the back end of that question, but
Nah,
it ain't seem confident when I asked you if you can get there. That was a little
nah,
shaky, Booney.
nah, man. I believe we can get that, man. Like, but that's the thing, man. You know, for some people, man, sometimes the lights too bright, man. So we don't know because we haven't been there yet. So
Got you,
we
got you.
we only know when we get there.
All right, I'm gonna add a fourth question, but this is the third one. Your team has been in the quarterfinals. Y'all upset Ohio State on the road last year. Then you come on the road and beat a SEC team, and you know how South football is, and them crowds can be. You was able to win that game as well. But both years, you ended up right where you are right here in the quarterfinals. What are you saying to your football team to get you past the quarterfinals to the semifinal round? Like y'all have done this already, right? Y'all won a playoff game 2 years in a row. How do y'all win multiple playoff games?
Man, you gotta believe, man. Gotta believe. Take care of the ball and leave it out on the field. Man, that's all we could do.
On your
We had
coach,
a team,
on your
huh?
on your coach Prime shit, right? Gotta believe.
Yeah,
I believe, huh?
yeah, man. You got
Okay.
to.
All right. And the fourth and final question is a two-part question. Keys to winning this Miami matchup offensively. Give me 2 keys on the reason why y'all go out there and win the ball game if y'all do this right.
We gotta check 21. We gotta keep him under 100 yards. That's the receiver. Keep him under 100 yards and control the clock.
Got you. Offensively, what do y'all got to do offensively to beat this Miami team?
Run the
And
ball.
whose shoulders do it fall on? Do it fall on a particular player or do it fall on the entire offense?
Nah, this game gonna be on Vic.
His name Nick now or Knight, man? I can't remember. What the fuck?
No, I said Vic. I said Vic. You said his name Dick. That's funny as shit. Oh man.
You called him Nick.
I said Vic, man.
You said this game gonna be on. Oh, you said Vic. Oh.
Yeah.
Pause. No Diddy. Oh my
That's
God.
crazy.
All right, Booney. Before we get onto another topic, real quick, man. Quarterfinals round. Who you got? North Carolina, Oregon in the Cotton Bowl.
Man, I got Oregon, man. I just don't believe that quarterback can duplicate that, man. I see him throwing 6 picks.
What's your key to Oregon winning this ball game?
Keep Dick right, I guess.
It's the Nick Hood show.
Yeah. Oh man, already, man. He the Heisman, man. You gotta get to him. Shit.
Gotcha. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. All right, let's talk about the Penn State Oklahoma game and the Orange Bowl. Is that the Sugar Bowl or the Orange Bowl? FedEx Orange Bowl. All right, listen. Penn State, they got a senior quarterback. Oklahoma, they got a senior quarterback in John Mateer, the transfer from Washington State. You got Coach Max versus my boy Jay Farmer. Talk to me about this football game. How you see it going?
Man, I think it's gonna be a blowout, man. I think Matt's gonna blow him up.
You think Johnny badass? They call him Johnny Boy. You think he on his way to the semifinals?
Yeah, man. I think he is.
So you got the rematch between Oregon and Oklahoma to go to the national championship.
Yep.
Oh shit! All right, Alabama, Colorado in the Peach Bowl. Who you got winning this game?
Man, I think, man. I think I got Colorado, man, but not by much, man, by a field goal, man. I think it's gonna be close.
I think Keelan Russell going up against. Here's why I'm not mad at what you're saying. Colorado. Now look, you got to see him up close and personal. but they're not starting him. Colorado's starting a 17-year-old freshman, Juju Lewis. He's been the main starter, but he hasn't finished the whole game all year. But you got to see Caden Salter and them legs, no Diddy, up close and personal. My question to you is, will Colorado be smart to stay with the stick to the script and let Julian Lewis be the starting quarterback in this ball game and allow Caden, the veteran, to come in and play if needed and play when they want to spot play him and put plays in for him? Or do you think they need to go with their more experienced quarterback who's been in the playoffs and played well in the playoffs last year? Actually was a key piece to them winning the national title last year with Marshall Manning at quarterback. Because anytime they needed to do RPO football or run the ball, they put Caden in and he went crazy in all of his playoff games. My question to you is that why you're making this game a close game? Because the Colorado starting a true freshman at quarterback?
Man, sometimes, man, coaches, man, we try to get too cute, man. And Brett, we can't, I can't kind of fault you for the way that you do it because you won with it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's almost like damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? If you win with it, then you're a genius. But if you lose with it, man, he should have stuck to one quarterback. So, I just think, man, Alabama gonna come out to play, man, and I don't know, man, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I can see it, right? You got Keelan Russell, who was a freshman in this game in the playoffs last year, who lost the Oregon Ducks last year. Or did they lose the Oregon Ducks? Did they knock Oregon out of the playoffs? I mean, they knocked Miami out of the playoffs last year. Rand, did y'all beat? Now y'all beat Alabama last year. That was the rematch. That's right. But Keelan Russell played really well, in my opinion. He had a lot of interceptions in this playoff game last year, but I think the kid grew up. I do think Alabama gonna have to get it done on the ground as well as the air to better beat this Colorado football team. If you're thinking about the strength of Colorado's football team, it's the front seven on defense, and it's not just the starters. They can go 3 deep up front, and their front seven. Damn. On their defense, right? They got starters.
No Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy. They can go 3 deep. Do you think that's the key to Colorado's success though in this game? Their front seven.
Oh yeah, man. Because man, if you can't get a push on the line, now you fucked. Like for real.
No doubt.
Like you gotta be a 3-step drop or something. You gotta get it out your hand.
Boone, out of the top 3 games we talked about, North Carolina at Oregon, Penn State at Oklahoma, Alabama at Colorado. My question to you is, before we get to the Tennessee-Miami matchup, what game would you say would be the game of the week out of those 3 games?
Oh, man. That's tough. Only because I want to see if the Heisman Trophy winner go, what he gonna do in these playoffs, You can't win the Heisman and go lay an egg, and not win the national championship.
There's North Carolina defense. They return 3 out of the 4 starters on their defensive line, and they return all 3 of their linebackers. My question is, are they going to be prepared to play wear and tear football, and how healthy is Nick Hood in these playoffs? 40 carries a game. Falk gives this man 40 carries a game. Is he going to have the wear and tear in the playoffs, or is he going to better re-energize off this bye week and get his legs back under him and give us another 40 throughout the next 3 games if they get to the championship?
Man, let's hope, man. The motherfucker had to go get a steroid shot or something, but I don't know, man. After 400 and 30-something, 50-something carries?
464.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's tough, man. But, yeah, I don't know, man.
Beyond the Travis Hunter program, no practice during the week.
Travis Hunter.
He said they play him in the game and let him do whatever he got to do, but during the week they don't practice him.
Okay. Man, 400 carries. Fuck that. That's crazy.
Yeah, wear and tear is wear and tear. My thing is this: if North Carolina can keep this game close, and we going to monitor Nick Hood in the first and second quarter of this ball game, I think the coach is very intelligent. I think the coach has no problem throwing a football in the first half and taking their time with Nick Hood. I don't think you're going to see 40 carries out of Nick Hood in this ball game. I think you're going to see an explosive passing game which is directed by the run game. I think they're going to lead with the pass and come back and murder you with the run. Because I think if they keep that man healthy and by the fourth quarter you got 230 pounds coming at you like that, with the speed that he got, I think he could be a problem for this North Carolina defense. And then when you look at North Carolina, it's all about Stockton at quarterback and what those running backs, Tune and Boone, going to do. Tune in and Boone. I like it. I like this matchup. So you do think this would be the game of the week?
I think got the potential, man. I'm still interested in the Alabama-Colorado game, though.
Alabama-Colorado. I like it. You got true freshmen. Juju Lewis, the 17-year-old man. Look, Booney. Let's just talk about it, right? When you go to Colorado, the question all year was, if you plant two quarterbacks, that means you don't got one. Would you agree with me that Colorado proved that statement wrong?
No, definitely, man. You showed that you can do what the fuck you want to do. Like, that's just coaching. You put them in, like I said earlier, man. You got to put the players in situations, man, and that's what you do.
Juju Lewis threw for 4,552 yards, boom, 56 touchdowns, 18 picks, 71%. Caden Salter threw for 1,944, 23 touchdowns, 11 picks, 71%. They didn't have a 1,000-yard back this year, right? Dallin Hayden had 991. The Kaylon Teller Trackhawk had 98 carries for 954. Michael Welch, their power back, had 70 carries for 584. And Caden Salter kicked in with 60 carries for 427. Now, take in mind, sacks count against the run game, right? So, if you take those sacks away, Caden Salter probably had about 600 yards on the year. 9 touchdowns from a quarterback, 8 from their power back, 13 from the fastest running back in the country, and the Kaylon Teller, and then their workhorse had 20 touchdowns. Talk about it, Boone. Is that a good offensive line, or is that good play calling? Like, when you're looking at the stat line, Colorado looks like they're using their entire roster, right? They had over 13 players catch the football this year for this football team. 2 of them went over 1,000 yards. 2 of them had 900, and you had 3 of them over 300.
Yeah, man, that's just like I said, the coach putting the player in the position and the quarterback making good decisions with the ball. Hey, I'm ready, man. Send it.
My last question before we close this show out, right? If there's a football team in the country that showed their entire roster and their depth, it was Colorado. But do you think that can be Achilles' heel to them in the playoffs?
Yeah, because you don't want to spread yourself too thin, man. You definitely want to go with what works. But, man, it's been working, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No doubt, no doubt. They had over 23 players on this football team that had a sack this year, Boone. They had 22 players that had an INT this season, Boone. That's depth.
Yeah.
All right. For all those that's on my X account, on my DNA Game X account, we about to post the Miami-Tennessee matchup that kicked off right now. We're about to post that. So if you tuned into the show, go to my YouTube, my Twitter account, which is DNA Gaming, and tune into the Miami-Tennessee quarterfinals playoff match.
When y'all rocking?
They rocking right now, Falky. I'm sending invites out now.
I need to see that.
All right, again, go to the Twitter account, man. Go on X right now and follow DNA Gaming if you are not in our league and you watching this from our group chat. If not, come to the X account to better tune into Miami-Tennessee matchup that's kicked off right now. With that being said, man, hits the Google. We out of here.